It usually happens like that. Well, not really. Perhaps not as dramatically, but when I try to get my stuff done, I'm sitting at my desk, I have my mouse ready, my hands on the keyboard. Sometimes my brain just wanders. And that's when it all goes wrong. And it's even worse when I don't have a deadline and I have unplanned time and it just runs away from me. Time runs away, and then I'm sitting there wondering, oh, where'd all the time go? I didn't do anything for the past half a day. And it's very interesting why this happens, but it occurs usually when I don't plan any time out and I have no deadlines. And when do I experience this? Break. Like spring break, summer break, winter break, any of these like breaks from my usual routine as a student, it really sets me off. And then I have to kind of make myself a schedule and then become accustomed to that to actually get stuff done. And it makes sense because there are no external pressures to get something done, right? Because there are no deadlines, and if you're doing something by yourself, then nobody else is gonna yell at you for not doing anything. And so it's hard to get on the right track and to keep motivation to completing a task. However, there are actually a few things that I've been experimenting with to help with my optimization and productivity during break. So here are 3 things that can help you do exactly that while on break from the usual school routine. Right, so number 1 is planning out your day, hour by hour. But actually, I don't really do that. I plan out a Pomodoro at a time. So let's say on this particular day, I'm gonna edit on my first Pomodoro, and then on my second Pomodoro, I'm going to research some things, some ideas to put in a YouTube video. And number 3, I'm gonna go back to editing. And then of course the fourth 25-minute or 30-minute is the break. And I plan out an entire 2 hours worth of Pomodoro at a time. So then if I have anything that comes up, something that I didn't foresee, then I can go attend to that if I have to and not worry about it messing up my entire schedule if I had planned out the entire day. So I only plan out a Pomodoro or 4 Pomodoros at a time. And so during the long break of the first Pomodoro, then I can plan out the second set of Pomodoros if I want to. Again, this is my way of doing things and tracking my time. There are a bunch of other ways to do this, like calendars and also to-do lists, but I find this is the most helpful for me, and it just helps me get on track or get started, because sometimes that's the hardest part, is actually getting started with whatever I'm doing. And once I am able to begin, then I find it easier to continue doing that task. Now, number 2 is to go on break time. So just to remember that you're on a break from your usual studies, and so it's not going to be an entire grind. Maybe this is just me saying that to myself because sometimes I just want to work the entire time. I know that's strange. I guess I don't want to. I just feel like I need to, and it definitely doesn't happen. I get distracted all the time, and I'm working on that, but I feel like I want to get a lot of things done and I want to be productive, and so maybe that's just something that I need to improve on. But yeah, just remember that it is break, and sometimes maybe just spend 4 hours productively doing something, and then the rest of the day you can have to relax or do something, socialize with friends, read a book, just something nice, because it's break. So that's just a little reminder. Number 3 is to get an accountability partner. And so with this, you'll have a sibling, a friend, a family member, keep you on the right track. I specifically remember this extreme example, and it was of this person who gave $500 or put $500 in a separate bank account or something like that. And he said to his therapist that if he missed 1 day at the gym for the next month, then his therapist could keep that $500. And he made a similar deal with his wife, and that actually made him keep his promise of going to the gym every day for the entire month. And that instilled this habit of going to the gym for him, and that is mind-blowing. But he used this collateral, and we could use this too. Maybe not with a large amount like $500, but just something to keep you on track. And so you have this other person and you entrust them with your collateral and say, if you don't do this by this deadline, or you skip a day of, I don't know, video editing, I guess, then they get to keep your collateral. And so this is something that is a little bit fun and also a little bit nerve-wracking sometimes if you aren't actually getting things that you are done, but that's exactly what it's supposed to do, right? So this is something that can take your task a little bit out of your hands. You still have to do most of the work, but now you have someone else to hold you accountable and keep you on the right track, not distracted and focused. So those are my 3 tips for getting things done on break by yourself. And it's definitely a different world to navigate. In school, we have deadlines for homework, projects, we have exams, but on break and doing things by ourselves, we have to set our own rules, and there aren't hard deadlines. So we need to utilize other tools to keep us on the right track and to fuel our motivation. So with that, I wish you a productive time. Leave your thoughts on this in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one.